just down the street from where history made its appearance. I thought it might have come up a little because of the thunderstorms, but it is still just as low. Well, that might have been what stimulated him, though, you know. Here, throw in here. I'll throw over here. Oh, no. No. I got a weedage. It landed and it just like plugged into the weeds. That's a pike. That's a pike. Hope he didn't get it too deep. Yeah. Yeah, he's out. He's like, I just hit the Wappa Ploppa. I haven't seen one of these since 1977. The Whopper Plopper. I mean the Whopper Stopper. Oh yes. And it's only got one hook, like a spinnerbait, which makes it nice. And we'll get him out of the water. I got him. Out of the... He'd be Whopper Plopper. I do have a hard time with these sometimes because it's in there. There it is. Hook is out. There we go. Yeah, right on the edge.
Yeah, he had cast way far in there and actually got stuck on a weed at first, and he was just reeling it back and... You can't downplay it. You gotta show about the, you gotta talk about the skill involved.
There's no skill involved, other than the fact that I was using the Whoppa Ploppa, which is like a weedless spoon.
That's something different than a Whoppa Ploppa.
Yeah, see what it looks like? It's like a weedless spoon, Tom. Look.
Huh.
They're very light, and you see how it's got a really cool action. Fire back in there, Beetroot, if you got anything weedless. Same exact thing. I landed. They were. I got like 5 of them. They were like a hot lure in 1977. Look at that! Look at that action. Yeah, and you can get it right up on the surface. It's called the Whopper Plopper. Yeah, no, it's yeah, this is called a Whopper Stopper, not a Whopper Plopper, a Whopper Stopper. And the company that made it was, I think, Fliptail. Little tiny smallmouth, but nonetheless a smallmouth, which is a quarry species, a species that we're looking for today. A lot of rocks in here, Beetroot. He's got another one. He's on fire. What do you got on? Oh, he's got the Rapala on. Oh, he wants to play that game, does he? Like he thinks I don't got any Rapalas, huh? He's going to play with the stand man. He's going to mock me. Now, I got this big-ass swivel on. Why, you might ask? Because there's a lot of pike in here, and it works like a, what do you call it? A wire leader. Even though, let me see, I'm putting a little more action. Tom is more of a, like, a dallier he knows how to just jiggle it. I can't do that. I don't have the patience. I don't got the patience, Tom. Oh, I'm coming to rest on this rock so I can pick apart the structure. You had to figure there'd be a mess of smallmouths in here. It's like a trout stream. It goes from mud to rock, and you just had to expect that there'd be some smallmouth with all these rocks. I'm jiggling it right in front of Tom. Showing him I can do the jigglage. I'm missing. Oh, Scott. Oh, that's a nice one. And the jigglage works. You just jiggle it. Look at him. Beetroot's got one. He didn't do that when he had the lake trout on, Tom. He didn't make any weird noises. He was all concentration. Oh, he's got one. Oh, it's off. The jigglage. Missed another one. And here we are approaching the oh, yes! It's like once you find smallmouths, oh, he got off with the boat. Once you find smallmouths in here, you can't really, Tom just missed one. You just can't lose. I mean, there's these holes that have got smallmouths in them. You're going to go down the chute, Beetroot. This is a be careful moment right here. He's above a chute. He's trying to do a quick, oh, he gets it off. Now he's got to sit down, or he's not going to go down like Mr. Silver Surfer, is he? He loved the Silver Surfer as a comic strip character. But I don't think he's going down like the Silver Surfer, do you? There's no way. Look at him do it. He doesn't care. I can't even believe I just saw this. Luckily, I got the... Nobody would believe this. Okay, so we're coming down the chute. And I'm going to cast between the tongues right out here, which should definitely be a smallmouth spot. Doesn't necessarily mean for sure it's going to be a smallmouth spot, but it should be. I love bridges. Here comes Tom backwards down the chute. He's trying to one-up Beetroot. I mean, going down, standing up, forward, and then go. Yeah, that's crazy. That's somebody that were you a motorcycle officer? You were for a little while, weren't you? Oh, the bike patrol. There you go. The cycle patrol. Full of it. You still throwing the Rapala? Yeah, see, he's got the Rapala pattern going. All right, I got the Rapala on. I've got it on the yellow pole. I put it on my medium heavy action 6-foot pole. Scott's doing the balancing act again. He doesn't care. After what he did, he's got to watch the rocks. That's right. If you hit a rock, well, that's okay. The camera's on.
Dude, I thought at the end of that drift going through that rock,
yeah.
I almost went,
yeah, because at the end of the drift, the soft water slows you down quick.
Well, no, it got all squirrely. Started doing that.
That would not have been good. Little Housatonic River bath. A nice weed bed coming out into the river over here. There we go. Saw that fish come up behind it. Nice. I don't know what we're looking at here, Tom. Feels like a bass the way it's moving. Yep, it's a largemouth. Pretty good one. Well, not huge. Not bad. He came whipping up like he followed it. Spinnerbait, yeah. Solid fish for a little fat guy. Another look at the gut on this guy. Look at that gut. It's a nice sized fish. Oh, there's somebody following me. Peeled off. He didn't want to taste. I don't know why. Why would you not want the Whopper Stopper? Look at it. Look at that motion. It's almost too much motion. Too much action. Oh, yes. Too much action. Oh, please. And I put the Chartreuse trailer on the back just because I know that pike love to hate Chartreuse. Got one? Oh, nice! Get it on now! Well done. Yep. Caught you by surprise. You threw it in there. You were like, nothing's in there. It's a decent sized one. That was about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, right? What'd you get that on? Little spinnerbait or the Rapala?
I put a bigger Rapala on with a red belly. They seem to like the red belly.
Oh, is it a perch color?
Yeah.
Oh, he's throwing the perch color. Oh, no. I got one of them. I might have to throw that on. What is this? He was in the weed bed. And he is throbbing in there. Oh, he's a largemouth. Mm-hmm. And he just came, again, Tom, this is a fat little guy. Look at the little gut on that largemouth. Wow. Again, probably 1.5 pounds, 2 pound bass that should have been much smaller. You know, I'm dabbling. That was a very fat fish, just like the last one. Perfect structure here. The only problem is I might be going a little fast. I just did a little. There we go. I threw that bait close to me. I didn't try to gun it. Another largemouth. Yep. Another fat largemouth. Oh, he fell off. I had him in my hand. Just like the last couple. Oh, yes. Oh, Tom. Yeah, I think he might be pretty good. Hard to say right now. You know, they make the initial run. No, he's about the size of the last one. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Right on the bank. Right on the bank. Tom. Oh, yes. And now we grab the pike, and this spinnerbait comes right out of its mouth. That's the kind of pike we like. He's probably 24, 25 maybe. Nice. Into the water you go, Mr. Pike. Oh, and he gets me wet because he's disrespectful. Largemouth? He ain't small. You got Umpancini. Tom grabs Umpancini. Oh, he's doing a La Chapelle. He's laying a net on him. Oh. Huh? Kinder and gentler approach to getting a largemouth in the boat. Show it to us. Yeah, a little guy, but fat. Fat guy. He's got the net out already. Is it Conkapot?
Oh, and the lure comes off right as I pull it.
Oh, on a Rapala too. You got lucky, Tom. You got lucky, you animal.